This is Sudden Impact. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Sudden Impact, where I, John, bring you all the news from TNA Wrestling. So in this episode, I give you an update on the Bound for Glory PPV Buyrate. I also update on Chris Bay's injury, and give you an early preview for this Thursday's Impact. So without further ado, let's get started. But first, are you liking this video? Want to see more? Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It's free and helps me produce more videos like this. Go ahead and do it, so I can continue to bring you the news from TNA Wrestling. In the first story of this episode, Wrestling Observer Newsletter recently reported that the pay-per-view buy rate for Bound for Glory 2024 was 2,500 as of last Friday, November 1st. So this number is up 11.7% from Slammiversary. They also factored in the streaming numbers, saying that it'd be closer to 8,000 total pay-per-view bought. And also considering the late pay-per-view buys, those numbers are expected to rise as well. And also worthy of note is that 2.1% who bought the pay-per-view also bought WWE Bad Blood 2024, and 4.2% of people who bought the 2024 Bound for Glory also bought the most recent AEW pay-per-view Wrestle Dream. So this is just an amazing fact, and it just shows that people are buying TNA pay-per-views. Just going to show that the interest that is being generated by TNA again. So the next story features Matt Hardy talking about something on his podcast, The Extreme Life of Matt Hardy, where he provided an injury update about Chris Bay after speaking with him over FaceTime. So Hardy would go on to detail feeling guilt despite knowing that it was an injury that could happen to any wrestler at any time during any match. And Hardy also spoke about the GoFundMe campaign that has been set up for Chris Bay, which is currently at $85,000. Now, this money will go towards providing for Bay and his family's living expenses while he is recovering. And current AEW wrestler Edge donated $10,000 to achieve the initial GoFundMe goal of $30,000 last week. And also, Matt Hardy revealed that TNA is covering all of Chris Bay's medical expenses. So this just goes to show you how many people care about Chris Bay, and like the fact that the GoFundMe campaign is almost at $100,000. And it's also great to hear that TNA is covering Bay's medical expenses, showing how much they value him and his contributions to the company, and how important they feel that Chris Bay is, and I just want to see him get better and continue his livelihood. And finally, on Thursday's episode of Impact, Mike Bailey will defend his X Division Championship against Moose, given that that match was set up on the Halloween episode of Impact last week. Also, Rosemary faces Wendy Chu in a no DQ match after the match at the countdown to, after losing the tag team knockouts match at Bound for Glory, as well as Jordan Grace and Marsha Slamovich challenging the Systems, Tasha Steeles and Alicia Edwards. So more matches are to be announced closer to the airing of this episode on Thursday. So that's all for this episode, guys. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments down below. And until next time, I'm John, and this has been Sudden Impact.